Hello friends, ITZA Thoughts here, and I'm here to bring to you a tutorial for Miriam's Crafting Supplies and Miriam's Crafting Blog. And in this tutorial we're going to learn how to make these really cute metal roses out of these metal flower filigrees that Miriam carries in her shop. The wonderful thing about these filigrees is that you can easily cut through them and shape them and fold them and do all kinds of stuff to them. You can alter them, paint them, just possibilities are endless. And the one thing you can do is make roses out of them, and we're going to learn in this tutorial how to do that. So the first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need 5 of these metal filigree flowers. You're going to need a pair of scissors. It can be any type of scissors, it doesn't really matter. These are easy to cut through, so no specialty scissors are required. You will also need some pliers and a piece of wire with a bead of some sort, just to help your rose stay together and maintain the shape while the E6000 glue dries up. As you can see, I have a wire here, and this is my rose, and you can kind of see the bead there in the middle. And depends on how open you want your rose and how full you want it, and it can also be a rose bud. Just depends on how you want your rose to look. For this rose I used 4 of the filigree flowers. You could use more, you could use less, depends on what you're doing this for. So the first thing I did is I took one and I cut it into 3 different pieces. And I'll show you how to do that. So I'm taking my filigree and I'm gonna separate all the petals from each other because they're all connected here. I'm gonna cut, but I'm not gonna cut all the way through to the bottom. And I'm going to do that to all 4 of my filigree flowers. So the first one I'm going to cut into 3 sections. The first section is going to be cut into 3 petals, like so. So I have 3 petals here. The second and third are going to be, I need a cluster of 2 petals and then just the 1. So I'm going to start with the 1. And this is going to be the center of your rose, which is this one right here, the center. You're going to get your pliers, you're going to get your petal, and you're going to curl it in. Now, this is the top part of my filigree, and this is the bottom part of my filigree. So the bottom part of the filigree is going to be the inside part of the rose, like so. And the outside is going to be the outside of my rose. So I'm going to start by holding on to it with my pliers on this side, and I'm going to just curl it in. Now before it closes, I'm gonna cut off just the tip of this part. I'm just gonna cut off the tip. And before it closes, I'm gonna take my wire and bead, and I'm gonna continue folding. just gonna make sure the bead gets stuck there in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, the bead is stuck there in the middle. Then I'm going to come in with my section with 2. And I'm going to curl in some of the sides. Curl in one side, curl in the other. Curling in the sides of each petal. Now I just added my petal with the wire in between one of the 2 petals. And I'm folding this one over, and I'm going to sandwich it in between this one, like so. So you can see the rosebud is starting to form. Now it's at this point where you're going to want to bring out your E6000 glue, and you're going to want to start putting little dots of glue at the bottom. But before I do that, I'm going to start shaping my 3 petals here. I'm going to start shaping them. And I'm going to again start curling them in at each corner, because I'm going to nestle this portion into the petal. So they're going to look like this. Now remember to offset the petals. You don't want them all looking facing the same direction, so you have to offset your petals. And there you go. This is one rosebud created just by using one metal filigree. And it's here where you're going to want to curl the tips outward like this. Just a tiny bit, not too much, not just yet. What I like to do to the bottom here is just smash it all in. Now my second rose petal, I'm gonna cut off one of the petals off of my second piece of metal filigree. So I'm only gonna have 5. And I'm gonna put my rosebud in the middle. Again, I'm going to curl the tips out. Remember to put E6000 at the bottom part of each flower that you add onto your wire. And this is my third one. I'm only gonna cut just a slightly little part to the middle, like so, and this will allow the wire to get stuck in between. And remember to curl and offset. Make sure that every rose petal is offset. Like so. And it's already looking very beautiful. And the last piece, again, I'm just gonna cut just a slight part of the middle, just to allow the wire to get stuck on there. And there you have it, guys. 4 flower metal filigrees give you 4 of these give you one beautiful rose like so. And once you're done, you just kind of put all the glue in between every flower, sit it down like upside down like this on your craft area so that your filigree metal stays in place, and wait for it to dry. And once it's dry, you get a beautiful flower like this and everything stays in place. So there you have it, guys.